Morning. This is Arnie Waters here at Waters Capital in Boston, Massachusetts, bringing you our morning commentary for March 16th, 2011. People are starting to get a sense that the uranium issue in terms of future marketability of a uranium product is a pretty stable outlook. In other words, the real tragedy that is going on in Japan, the errors in siting and the errors in safety protocols, and apparently the human error of failing to make sure that the diesel generators had gasoline in them. These things have combined to produce a real tragedy of unparalleled situations for an individual country. This has not changed in any material way the outlook for the growth of uranium. This fact is based upon the fact that of the planned reactors, approximately 90% are in areas that are in complete accord and desire to continue their uranium development. In other words, the US and Germany were never the places where there are going to be a tremendous number of new nuclear power plants built. I also think, obviously, that the nuclear industry will take this opportunity to learn as much as they can about conditions and get future safety advantages from that knowledge. Now, I just want to point out to you in passing, there's a lot of other stuff going on in the world. Number one, gold is firming up back above 1400. Why is that? Because of elements, for instance, the Portuguese downgrade. For instance, the small European countries, the Italies, the Spains, the Greeces, the Irelands, these countries are not going to be able to survive interest rate increases of the like proposed by the European Community Bank. Number two, our biggest enemy in the Far East is the Pakistani army. In other words, it is the overt activity and the covert support of the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, and similar terrorist groups by the Pakistani army, which we've trained and we subsidize, that is our biggest problem in the Middle East, and everybody's scared of them, including us, because they have nuclear weapons that they could put at the disposal of terrorists anytime they felt like it. The last comment I want to make is that the Saudis have now learned an important lesson. Number one, we're not going to defend them if the population rises up. The allied lesson they've learned from Muammar Gaddafi is that if you fight back hard enough, you can squash the rebels yourself, and the West really isn't going to do anything. So that's why the movement into Bahrain of Saudi cracked troops is in fact a really big deal. So there's a lot of other stuff going on in the world. Now, most of you listen to us fairly frequently, so you know where we stand on these issues. So we told you to buy some gold. You had a good profit. We told you to hang in. Gold's retracing its highs. One of the wiser prognosticators in gold, in other words, a person I agree with, says that we could have a very quick reaction above 1500 for gold and through here. So aim for the ice flows. Look for the trouble spots. That's where the profit is. And keep swinging. Thanks.